Hey, beautiful souls. How you doing? I am here with, okay, help me with the pronunciation because I don't want to screw this up.
Johann.
Johann.
Yes. Hold on, let me fix my camera. Hold on.
My southern accent.
Johann, like Johann Sebastian Bach, Johann Strauss. It's a German name, but you know, I don't look very German, but anyway.
my
but yeah.
southern slang kicks in and it's not the best. I have had a couple of people literally stop me and they're like, oh my God, where are you from?
I mean, it's that, well, that voice, like my raspy voice, you know, people are like, oh my God, you have like a distinctive voice, you know, it's, where are you from? Where would you think I'm from? Take a guess.
Well, you've already told me, so that's kind of not fair.
I did tell you.
Yeah.
So Brooke, it was so nice to meet you. I just want to say to everyone that Brooke, I was posting videos. I was ready to start my channel, which, you know, little by little, we all had some kind of setbacks, but you know, the time's a time. So I put it out there, and I got more feedback than I really thought. So I'm like, okay, you know, everyone said I always like to talk. They're like, yeah, be on a podcast and do it. And I'm like, okay, you know, but we're always shy and whatever. What are people gonna think? But it's like, you speak your truth, you're authentic, and fuck it, they don't like you, they change the channel. But I got responses, not from my circle, but that's part of the new age. You know, you got to find networking of people that are your spiritual family. So
yeah,
you know, story short, it's like you gave me that faith, because you know, we all go through the ups and downs. You know, not everybody makes it. You know, you start off with, oh wow, you open the door. My door was open with a red pill 2014, changing, you know, adding nutrition to my food. So you know, I found a lot of back channels and gateways. So now it's like, I get it, people can be misinformed, but you know, if you got on the wagon before around 2012 and after, you know, all that work you did, believe me, it's gonna pay off.
yeah.
But the thing is that so yeah, I just want to say thank you, because about, like, what was it, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, you I guess I put out a channel, and I always tag High Vibe, because I have a real respect for David. You know, he's my friend introduced me to him about maybe 2 years ago, but I was like, whatever, look at him, he's a Leo, and my sister's a Leo, I've been with Leos, I know how they are. I'm being honest, I'm not talking shit. Because he's my mentor right now. He's my mentor. So
Same.
So what happened was, I'm a Taurus moon, as he is, and the fire sign, Sagittarius. Understanding though, if you catch my drift, if you can understand each other, if you let go of that part, because I understand Leo's my sister, who's close to me. She's a Leo, you know, and
yeah.
You know, my friend Christine was like, oh, you have to see him, you know, but I'm like, I've been doing astrology since 2017. What is this YouTube gonna teach me? Because he's like, had so much fans and all that. But so one day, about 7 months ago, what are we at? Yeah, about December or about January, right?
We're gonna have to pause you for just 1 second. I just got a notification that my laptop's about to die. So hold up. Okay. Oh, my pockets are hanging out. How embarrassing. This is real life, people.
This is
There's no need in editing. Like, this is real life. Whatever.
I'm still working like on my studio right now. Like I'm using a secluded area because I live with my niece and nephew, like I was telling you before, which are amazing, because actually, you know, you talk about love, right? But see, that comes with like compassion and tolerance, you know. And so people forget the tolerance part, you know, because, you know, when you spoil out of love or hypocrisy, which I get because I still do, but, you know, it's like I tell people, we take one step forward, one back. But then as we progress, we take four steps forward, one step back, 5, 10. You know, it's part of the game. You know, not everybody's meant to do it, because we go through stages where you want to tell everyone about the awakening, and everybody gets you. You know, division. It's already all that happens.
Yeah, but when you tell everybody about the awakening, it's like,
That was
You're
like my thing
crazy.
too. Well, yeah. I think it's part of the process in order to see as a spirit, as your Akash is able to make it or not. Because that spiritual shield is another part of you besides the physical. You know, it's like you say, all right, so I'm gonna go through this, and you stick through it, because since 2014, I was telling people, you know, cancer might be cured. What? You know, my doctor,
So
my
what's funny is during that time, 2014, that's when I was really in deep depth of my healing. And it was shortly after that. Okay, so 2015, you know, we talked about this the other night, and
yeah.
I had discovered a doctor that was actually healing people through a fermented cabbage drink. Okay, ding, that
I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my screen.
was healing the parasites. It's connected to parasites, and then also, you know, the imbalance
Yeah.
of our
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's
alkaline
all.
state of the body.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so this
Yeah.
woman was literally growing substantially on Facebook, like had a large Facebook group, Facebook following, and out of nowhere she was gone, vanished.
Wow. What was her name?
I'd have to go back and look.
Okay. No, there was well, we know in 2015 there was a lot of doctors that were murdered, you know, holistic doctors, you know, because it was the end before 2017, and it was like, I mean, there's so much, I can go on this forever, but to stay on topic, right? Because like I started in 2014 and went to the medicine, every conspiracy you could think of, right? So you put it together, and it makes sense because it all connects. It all connects. If you know that you have that connection to the divine, it connects to everything you've been watching. Like I listen to Cryon, and Cryon talks about similarities about everything from human trafficking and everything else, and somebody that has no connection to the Patriots, no connection to the Leo, no connection to anything. I started to listen to him in 2016 after, you know, it was a very turbulent year for me. I'll get into that some other time. But that got me into him. And then I started to listen to other people, even let's just say broadcasters like Linda Paris, who was a CNN reporter who left, who was a following on Rumble. And her belief, even in astrology, as she's not in astrology, talks about the planets affecting us, and you know the real root of everything. And then the icing, which is like that story that we see, right? Because in reality, we are the highest commodity. I am in dire belief, because you must see the darkness in order to see the light brighter. And God is that, and truth and justice. And
yeah,
I don't know, maybe as my Sagittarius trying to come out, there's not many astrologers who are Sagittarius, or unless they're leftists, but this is me. And I'm a gay patriot, Hispanic gay patriot. So like there's none out there. So I'm putting myself out there. Where are you guys? Hello.
Proud of you. You know, I had been away since, you know, I was awake to, you know, the Communist News Network in 2003, going through war with my ex-husband. Okay. So I never watched the news just because of that. Okay. So for me, waking up to a lot of what was going on, it was a little bit easier because I hadn't been brainwashed with the MK Ultra, the news.
Exactly.
You know,
well, yeah, no, that's awesome. Like, I mean, I was, but into about 2012 is like when my nephew was born, so I took a different interest. You know, believe it or not, like if you're really open to it, that blood connect, we're all connected to purpose. And you know, if we want to think about it, the future to children. So by helping a child out, you're doing good. So everyone has somebody that can do if they don't know what to do, because most people don't know what to do. And it's not about giving money. That's like it's effort, it's time. And it pays off. Somebody's always watching. It's just, you got to believe it, because I took that sacrifice to be kind of like this. I'm a Taurus moon. I'm bougie. I like my stuff. And I took a setback. But for love, shit, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
feel you.
oh,
I
yeah.
feel you. I feel
I'm
you.
over 40, but I look pretty good, you know, like.
Right? You do. You do. You look good. So, I love that you and I were able to connect, because the last 2 years in coming out of the closet with my family openly, I had created my own little heaven on earth. I had created my own little network. I had created my own little world. And 2019, I was told, well, it's time to start, being who you are in front of everybody. Like, you can't hide this side of you anymore. It's time to literally come out of the closet.
And then 220 came and you had to. Like, not you had to, but it
I
kind
was
of.
literally coming out of the spiritual closet, per se, like taking the mask off, like, here I am, it's me. And like the whole world's going to shit. And then I've got my family, telling me that I needed to get right with the right God, that I was going in the wrong direction, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I kept saying, I totally know how gay people feel. Like, I totally get it.
But I have no gay friends. I mean, like, whatever. Like, honestly, the isolation, like, I believe in one thing. Everything has a polarity. There's nothing. I'm not biased on it.
Agreed.
Like, that's part of it. Like, I agree with David, his whole, like, masculinity. David, I do. Believe me, as a gay man, I do. But there's a lot of things that we don't speak about the feminine too, which is nobody's nurturing, nobody's cooking, and nobody goddamn cleaning. So the hard tub, like the gardening, right? Who does that? That's a masculine thing.
I love to garden.
But you understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's like, get down to nitty gritty as we do, right? Because you have to connect it, and it's like, I guess he's like, I'm always like, with my feminine side, I'm not connected, right? So maybe here's Sagittarius, who's a man, but is connected to the feminine side, because I do believe in reincarnation. And something that I actually heard from Brian about 3 years ago that gave me a lot of ease, or 2 years ago, was that we as gay men are here in this body for the first time, because for an eternal 1,000 years we've been in a female body. So it's a transition, but it's okay how you feel. It's nobody's business. So it's a separation part, but we're kind of in a state, because every gay man I know is either, helps cook with their family. It's always like a side part, like looking out for the family. And I've noticed that with my friends, some cook, I'm there. I clean a shitload of the kids.
Yeah.
Whoa, learn, but you know what? I like it. You clean off your sins. You get your dad, whatever, but it's awesome. It's awesome, because I've noticed it gives an understanding why it's like, okay, I'm not a woman, but I do like, the songs like girls just want, like, make it fun. It's just inside you, let it flow. But I still dress like this, but it's like making the piece. That's why I connect with women and men. I mean, like, in a way that it's my 7th chart is full of, like, you're ready to be a therapist. Sun in the 10th, 7th house with Mars, North Node conjunct, and the 3rd house with the moon. I can control the emotions. I like, it can go both ways, because, the moon in Taurus is like, your environment must be very aesthetically pleasing. If it doesn't, you go crazy. What can you do? The lighting. Look at my lighting, like Dave, I see his lighting too, but it's about But anyways.
I read somewhere that a Pisces is like a Taurus on steroids.
Well, my brother and sister are Pisces moon, and my nephew are Pisces moon, and my dad's a Pisces sun. So, and my mom's a Pisces ascendant, and I'm a Pisces ascendant. So there's a little bit of understanding.
Right.
Even though my mom's a Libra and a Libra moon, like, I love her. She is so, like, with a Mercury and Virgo. Oh, that kind of takes a verb, because she can be very analytical, which is good and all that, but then she can float to the clouds like a Libra.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as a Sagittarius, I'm like, how can you not finish the argument? But it's a gift, I guess. It can be a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift, because I wish I could do that, and calm my nerves. But I've been practicing, because we learn from each other.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe, like, so I believe, like, okay, yes, a spiritual community. Okay, I'll say a personal story why I think, like, I know Maybe I'm wrong, David, because, you know, I'm just talking, but I get it. Spiritual community probably outcasted you in a way because of the things you do. Well, I'm a smoker. I smoke my American spirits because they're American and they have the less chemicals. Smoking for 20 years and I can still run. I look good or whatever. It's all about not one thing that kills you. It's how much of what good you put in and how much bad you put. It's a balance. So it's like a chemistry alchemy to our body. And I study this because I'm a nutritionist. I'm a holistic coach. I have a degree in that and a nutrition certificate. So I'm combining that with astrology because it makes sense. Yeah, don't worry, but we got to take responsibility for our vehicle. We got to take, we can just be like, oh, I'm going to have McDonald's and all that. No. There's a lot of responsibility. Yeah, do that. Smoke your cigarette. But, you know, I know how to detox myself from that, you know, and enjoy it too. Enjoy it and know your balance and know that your body is fucking amazing. But we live in the matrix, as he says, and we got to put work into that too. You know, I don't have Neptune retrograde. I don't have any planets retrograde. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either because some of them can go retrograde after a while.
Right.
You know,
And
he has Neptune retrograde, and that one thing, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's gonna hate me, delete me. I love you. You can talk shit about my chart. I'll send you my information. But like that Neptune retrograde is not giving you that understanding of the esoteric, and maybe you have it, you know, forward now, but you know. Put that together, buddy, and you're a billionaire, but you're still my mentor. I learn from you every day.
I love that you bring this up because I see
the spiritual community is not that wrong. Because take what you learn from it, aromatherapy, and add to it. Like I tell people that are religion, I tell them, don't go off your religion, just add to the fucking Bible. Add to everything.
I love that you said that.
Because Leos can be babies. Leos can be, I love you, David. You're awesome. Sagittarius, yeah, I'm preaching. But there hasn't been a preacher like this with the truth for a long time. And everything is both sides. I love you guys. I do.
I love that you brought all that up because I just told him you need people that have their planets direct in their progressed charts. And I love that you said that. Oh my gosh, you just confirmed.
Well, it's crazy.
Confirmed it all. And you had no idea that I said that. Thank you.
No, it's just crazy. No, so when I see, okay, so when you're born and you also see that, you know, you don't have any, it's like you take it as a gift or not, because like you start to understand people. Okay, so you have Mars retrograde in the 12th house. Oh my God, you know, you're not going to be an athlete. So I got to love you like that. You know, I'm a Mars in Virgo, you know, like, and it's next to the North Node. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that action because Mars is a positive aspect with the North Node. So I'm going to push that Virgo and Mars, and I'm going to, I put the work into it, you know, it's part of the karma of my life, you know, right now, but whatever. But I wasn't born with that, you know, like and I see that people are born with, my opinion, people that are born with Neptune retrograde, it's really hard for them.
I'm pretty sure I got Neptune retrograde. I had
but you can't, but it takes a lot of work. And I'm not saying that he didn't get there. I'm not, because I'm no one to say that. I'm just saying I've noticed that something I depicted out that it takes people actually time to believe, because when you're stationary, you're not going forward. A lot of doubt, a lot of confusion. So like when they go progress, it changes.
I was born with Mars, Saturn, Pluto, and Lilith retrograde. All the other planets were direct.
So Saturn. Well, that's why it was probably hard for you to kind of get that discipline. The thing is that I believe that astrology has both, and everything has to have a duality, you know, polarity. You can't just have one out of nothing. You can't. That's why mind over matter, you created that tumor. So going back to what I was telling people about, like, that both sides that we must work on, we can't divide it. And I get it because I'm a smoker. And when I told people I was a nutritionist, they're like, you know what I mean? And I got hurt. I feel it. I understand it. I'm not judging. Mm-hmm. But you must take what you learned, that whenever you're stressed out, science proves that taking a breath releases your endorphins by your adrenal glands, which are 1.5 inches from your belly button. And you can do a massage, hydrotherapy, or even touch yourself and just take a breath, and you can lower your dialastic by 10 points and your stylastic by 15 with a 1 minute breathing pranayama, stuff like that. So you got to take that into credit too, that the spiritual move community showed you. It's just like this church, they didn't show you everything. Like the church tells you to pray, but they don't tell you how to breathe to reach your akash, to reach your pituitary gland, and to activate the soul. So you're never going to feel it. And few do, and few leave, because I'm not badging religion now, because it's not the religion, it's the infiltration. Like in the hospitals, it's not all doctors, but doctors should wake up by now, because there's a fellowship doctors that are in California, 230,000, that said, I'm going to take what I know and add, update myself, instead of myself, and update my brain and say, you know what, we can make thy food medicine, as Hippocrates said. And, you know, there's an alchemy to the body, right? Like the sun, plasma, we have the minerals. All our minerals come in good quality water, David, not faucet water, because it might be clean, but here's the thing, it's filtrated. So you kill that life, because if the divine has no life in water, oxygen, vapor, or solid, you know, must see that there are some values. And yes, everything could be, everything could be. And that's part of the devil's game, making you doubt that everything could be. But inside yourself, I know the difference, because I do drink my soda like at least once every 2 weeks. I'm more like cautious about that. I'm not gonna, but I do have my sweets and stuff. I like my cookies. I'm a Sagittarius. You're not gonna take away that sweet from me.
I like my tea.
Every night, I like to have my little cookie or sweet as I watch whatever Netflix awesomeness that I can see as a subliminal film. Thank God in film school, I learned how to see a film double-sided. But anyway, so you must have that open to grow, you know, and I love him because he's still teaching me, you know. I just want to have that shout out to him. He can either like shut me out or talk about it. You know, he's cool because he's still teaching me, but I believe that we must express ourselves. And right now, since all my accounts are taken off, and then I took time to help my sister, my niece, you know, the house too. There was a lot of, you know, I'll get into that some other time, but I took a lot of sacrifice, but I saw a lot of giving back in what I felt that you can't take. That tingling feeling that we feel sometimes when something goes right, that means that you're right and you're connected, and good job.
And you know what else that I've noticed with Pluto retrograde, especially right now
You have Pluto retrograde?
I have Pluto retrograde, but as Pluto is retrograding right now, which it feels normal for me because I was born with that, right? So with the retrograde, what I've noticed is as new things are being introduced, as new things are coming in, excitement is the same vibration as fear. So a lot of us that have been through a lot of fearful things, as that excitement starts coming up and stirring in the body, it's becoming really hard to distinguish, am I excited about this, or is there a trigger of fear being brought up to the surface? So it's been interesting to navigate, because this is where, because we are ascending right now, there's DNA activations that's happening within the light body, things like that. So those chakras are being cleansed, and as they're being cleansed, as we're going through that, right, that energy is being released through the body. So it's been interesting to be able to notice that fear and excitement is the exact same vibration, and it's kind of like a mind trip. Like, should I be afraid of this, or should I be excited?
That's where Mercury confuses you. You gotta use Mercury, you know, we gotta use that part of Mercury and connect it with Neptune. And it's so hard because they dislike each other. So it's like a feeling, like, okay, look, every time, like when I see, for example, yesterday, I'm seeing all this bullshit that I knew from a while back, and I speak about it, right? And it's all coming to surface, like the email the hunter, little by little, all the stuff, all the prime ministers, and it's worldwide because I have family that lives all over the world, like Peru, in Chile, in Mexico, in Canada, in Spain, and in France, and the same story with a different dress. You know, it's like the Peruvian elections right now being recalled, the Colombian election. So there's a lot of it, you know, and I knew that the white hats, the Brazilian president and the Mexican president right now, why is he right now calling for, why is he on Julian Assange's side at the moment, which I knew that, you know, many others did too. There's an alliance story, and that's a faith, because we all want it quick, right? Whoa, faith is a shield that people say they have, but you know, I'm still speaking about this with all truth because I'm seeing it, and I love expressing it to you because I don't have many followers right now. because I lost a lot of my friends. I'm a gay patriot, and I literally came out. I like not came out, but I'm with my mindset in 2020. I mean, I already started at the rabbit hole, but 2020, when I found out, you got to look at it, that adrenochrome is real. Whether some of the stories are made up, it's real. There's so much evidence of that. So you can even go into that and you can see it, and you must, but that's part of God. God is truth, and that's what the spiritual community said. Oh no, don't look at that darkness, which doesn't exist. That's why they always made horror movies so disgusting, but they were real. Freddy Krueger killing you in your dream, that's sleep paralysis. I can put the science into that. I can bring the science. So like, and I've been ready to share this information, but I don't have that. So it's like, fuck, where do I start? And I haven't really started myself. I'm not good with networking. Now my mom and sister are like, helping me out, which I'm grateful. I'm going to be honest with you, because right now I am ready, and I am budgeting myself out, because it was a moment of a lot of stress, financially, not in a bad way, like I have what I need, but to able to save up, you know what I mean? But now I feel it. And so I'm here to share it with you.
Well, thank you. I enjoy it.
And I hope people hear this. And I'm not one. And yeah, with my channel, I'm starting to open that web. I haven't really started my services because they're working on the web page. Like she's a Leo. She can do that. They're creative with that. Yeah. And so when I do that, I'm going to start my services like, astrotherapy, like massage. I know techniques. I also know breathing techniques, and add into the astrology to that, but in my own unique way. Remember, I'm a smoker and a nutritionist and a health coach. What? Yes, but you know what? I get it. I'm not judging them, because I learned from them
pick your poison.
About the aromatherapy. Huh?
Pick your poison.
We're put here as vices. David says, always do what you love, right? And part of it is, that sometimes we must, because I've been there, and I'm still going through it. I'm not perfect, I don't want to talk. Yeah, sometimes I get a Sagittarius thought, like, they're the gurus, and but I'm still going through that. I'm just speaking out of my experiences, right. And what works the right way, like what works, in a way of a pattern. So with my website, like hopefully soon I'm going to start that, but I just wanted to at least, people to hear my voice, because it's not about the money. Right now, I just feel so fucking good by talking to you and expressing myself, because I didn't find that channel. I didn't find that connection. Like you.
Thank you.
And then David following me, and Natalie. And I mean, that's a dream. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have whatever, but like, fuck it, that's a dream. I don't care about 200,000 followers, but you know what? Even with my 20 followers, my videos get 1,000 views. So people somewhat like me, I guess. Or at least like what I express. They feel it. So why not try it right now?
Well, you can't hide the passion, the drive, and the determination that you bring to the table. And it's contagious, And a lot of us that have been at it for so long, like, it's refreshing to be able to sit down next to somebody excited. It makes me excited. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Conquer the world. Let's go. Charge.
About time, right? Like, and you feel it, it's like, I can't explain to people, but I can explain that if anyone has been feeling that tingling feeling going through the body, whether it's a question answered, whether it's some kind of positive frequency, then I'll bring that's an epiphany with a feeling of matter. So you're it gives you, believe me. I wouldn't say this if I haven't experienced it, but see, that comes with the down too. You learn from it, and even if you see something foreshadowing, you can't let it take on you. You have to just be ready. But I've learned that with your energy, oh boy, you can control anything. You can control anything.
And your energy is your frequency. So it's
your biofield, your aura. Yeah. When you go through the airport, they read your, that red and green. That's an energy. It's like, like people don't read. It's like.
Do you read auras?
I read a lot. I mean, like I have so many astrology books. Like I have, hold on.
No, auras. Like,
Oh, do I read auras?
yeah.
No, I don't. I don't want to be a faux pas and say I'm lying. You know, I wish I did, you know? Like there's people that I know, like my sister, she has a lot of intuition, but you know, you can't tell Leo what to do. You know? So that goes like that. All right. Anyway, so I have this book.
Yeah.
This is a great book. Do you see it?
Uh-huh. So what's the name of
This
it?
is a book that gives you all the answers. Like it's really hard to read though. I'm still learning it. It's called The Rulership Book by Rex Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of you kind of align with it. And I also have the one with the houses, and all these books I bought in an esoteric store, you know. So, and I have a couple more, but I'm not gonna get all the numerology because I did start with numerology, and I'm grateful I did.
Yeah.
I am so grateful I started with numerology.
I started with numerology too, and
because it really works. And then but not the esoteric. I mean, there's a little bit towards the last name that connects to the north node.
I took a different approach with numerology because it was hard for me to remember all of the meanings with all the numbers. So when I changed and said, okay, I'm going to make my own numerology code. And that's what I did with my guides. And I have specific numbers that mean specific things. So when they show up, that's my guide's way of saying, this is what this is. Because I was having to look them up all the time. Like they were showing up everywhere. Like the numbers is definitely something that over the last 4 years was kind of like very loud for me. Numbers are always loud for me. I get number sensitivities all the time.
Okay.
So yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, this changed right here. Give me 1 second. No.
It was good to start with that first. You know.
Wait, I can't see you. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, oh, look at this doofus. Yes, I'm very bad with technology. I never said I was like this. All right.
So much of my journey was focused on the healing aspect, you know, Reiki, being able to truly unlock.
Oh, my mom does Reiki.
Those gifts.
That's awesome.
And, you know, so much of Molly just like my comment on ding Instagram, and she's in Florida, just like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, enjoy the sun. I've been doing that, and wow.
You know, my Jupiter line goes right through Florida.
Oh, really? I love Florida. I've been living here forever. I mean, I lived in New York. I lived in France, in Peru, and New York. But now I'm here in Kansas, right? And but now I'm here, you know. But looking for a change. So we'll see how that goes. It's just that right now everything's a little. I'm not forcing anything.
No, just flow.
If it comes, it comes, you know. Yeah. And on while I'm doing my page on my time off, like there's things I want to really say that come out, and I'm glad I'm getting the feedback. Yeah, I lost a lot. It was tough, you know. I'm a gay man, like that was me, and I get it. You know, I get. Yeah,
but it took a lot of courage and a lot of valor, and I don't know why that's coming up. Maybe because I passed it on my way home today.
It took a lot of pain, though. I took a death to the 2016.
I feel you deeply. But
and then after that,
you did it.
Yeah, I did. It took a lot of time. I lost, 2016, I'll go over it quickly. I lost my grandma, who was like my mom, not my other, it was like an intimate grandma. And at the same week, I lost my dog of 17 years. At the same week, North Node was exactly at my, conjunction, North Node Virgo, that's what I am. So I had that next to my friend who I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I had a crush on him, or like a liking, right? But I never wanted to be in a relationship because I didn't want to. Like, it was like, you want to have that energy, but at the same time, I didn't want to. Now I realized by looking at my chart through astrology, I'm meant to be a therapist. Yeah, if somebody comes into my life, I would love it, because I'm somebody who likes to enjoy. I like to have a little fun, but I like to be alone, not alone socially, but for now. And we'll see how it goes, because when you force it, it goes the wrong way. You're getting, desperation gets desperation.
Well, this is what I think. Okay.
It was
because my North Node is meant to be in, I'm not meant to be with anybody with my North Node either. I have North Node in the 12th house in Cancer. Well, the 12th house is isolation. But then when you look at my human design, I'm meant to be in a relationship. So how do you make this work? You know what I mean?
Well, oh, come on. The first interview, you give me this question. Okay. Well, I mean, you have to make it work as in a way where, okay, I'll make it, I mean, I don't know, but I'll bring an example of how sometimes we put things that are going to happen in astrology, but that your willpower can take over your destiny. We're that strong. Mm-hmm. So I had, in 2019, I had Mars in the 12th house, all right, which is in the solar return, which is usually hospital, sickness.
Chiron in the 12th in Aries in my solar return.
So it can mean that, right? But luckily, I already had the knowledge of medicine, okay? Was it tough? Oh yeah, it was, because I kind of hurt my back at that time doing I was doing pressure cleaning. But then, you know, I'm still going, you know, my Sagittarius Sun Taurus Moon just wants to keep on going, you know, because Taurus Moon do want to give, and Leo King is right on that, you know? So we give a lot, right? But like, I don't really show pain, but just long story short, I was in bed for like a week, right? In pain, and the pain started to come out, but I started to do my techniques of like pranayama, of like just knowing. And I had to do it by myself. That's tough shit.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't have anybody at that moment, you know. I guess that's where relationships come. When I see my sister give her husband, like, oh, come here, baby. I'm like, it's okay. I get it. That's good. You're lucky, right?
At least you have them.
I'm not complaining, you know. But I mean, it sounds like it, but at the same time, it's awesome to know that you can, I mean, it gave you that faith to do it by yourself in case anyone ever is. Mm-hmm. So long story, I didn't go. But if I was maybe 5 years ago before I got into this, or 10, yeah, I probably would have. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's like I'm not vaccinated. I'm healthy, you know. I'm 42 and I don't have any disease, you know. I'm fairly thin. I don't work out like crazy, and I don't know what to tell you. Like, people just take health too serious. Like, you think the divine put you here to worry about your health? Come on. We have much larger work, and especially now. Right. And it's hard to have sympathy when people, oh, she has cancer, and I want to cry. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna act like David. I'm not gonna be mean. Mm-hmm. But it's like, come on, wake up. There's so much evidence out there. Try it out. You prefer dying? Okay. I mean, like, what can I say? I gave out so much of that energy in 2019 that I lost relationships by trying to help.
Same. And I was
speaking my mind, not, you know.
I was told that I was stirring the pot. I was told that I was being insensitive. I was told that
by speaking truth, right?
I was crazy.
Oh wow, I've been through that.
Oh, if I had $1 for every time that's been said to me for the last, I don't know, 4 years, I would be.
Oh my God. I think the year that me was like, flat earth might be real. Like, I don't believe in the spirit completely. Like, I believe in my version. Like, I believe in that set, but that's another we can have a lot of conversations. But you know, when I got into that, but it all connects actually in the geometry, because if you look at the earth and you look at it from a plane, and then the stars rotate, but does the land rotate? Or the house. So whatever. So you start to look at.
I don't know. That one's kind of hard, because I see David's perspective and I see Flat Earth's perspective.
No, you can see the perspective. I see it too. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not. It's you must find both and unite. Just like spiritual awakening, like he talks about the group, which I understand, but I take the good and the bad out of both. It's just me, you know, and it's been going good. So hold on a second. I have a little allergies because I have a cat that my sister picked up. Oh God. And I'm allergic to them. So I have to take something for that. Ginger or something. But anyway, what was I saying? I got distracted.
Oh, we were talking about Flat Earth.
Oh yeah, the Flat Earth. So I mean, it kind of makes sense, because, you know, you start, okay, you use your divine intuition. You know, you like you say, you can read people. But you can start to understand things. And like when I went through that whole shaking of 2016, I started to realize, holy shit, like, you know, things are coming about that are making sense, because everything connects. Nothing disconnects for me. So that's awesome. Nothing. That's why I guess I'm a gay patriot, because there's not many who speak about it. and they're scared because they're gonna lose a social crowd. I did that. I
Mhm.
did that. I used to be the guy. I'll show you. You can go into my Facebook if you find the account because they jacked it. So you find it and you can see that I was the kind of guy with, the shirt. My Pisces rising Sagittarius Taurus moon. I was always dressed up, my hair, everything, and I had to lose. I didn't have to lose it, but I had to make a choice to make this decision happen. And right now I'm grateful because I realized that it has to be moved because we're being used. Monkeypox, what the fuck? It's like there's so much that's coming about. And it's scary to find because it's like, I don't know. I hope I'm doing the right. No, I am doing the right thing. It's in my heart. It's in my heart. I was scared to do it for a long time.
Well, because you don't want to be alienated. You don't want to be cast out. You don't want to be the outcast. Because that's basically what you become. And it becomes an extremely lonely, isolating road because you speak up and speak your truth. And if it doesn't fit the majority, you know what I mean? It's, what's coming, and that's why it's scary. But, are you going to sit back and keep your mouth shut? Like, that was the worst part for me. I was like, everybody wake up. Come on. Let's wait.
And it's sad.
Let's stop it.
No, you're right. And it's sad, right? Because, we're human. So we must feel, we must feel. And right now, like, I have a huge connection, like this whole, I don't separate. That's why I was telling you, I connect with the flat earth and the whole, because it all connects in a way as a sphere, because the divine is another galaxy that looks at us. But from our land is fairly planned as a sphere. We'll talk about some other time because I don't want to get distracted into that. And but everything connects into that right now. The astronomy, the geometry, the Bible, everything. So all these people that say they know the Bible, the first question I ask, where was Jesus Christ from the age of 13 to 30? Answer. Nobody can answer. So I say, there is some script, some lost scrolls, so let's connect it. Let's hypergate it, right? Or connect it, whatever. So we have that Jesus healed with his touch, a frequency, as Reiki is frequency that we touch. And we have all this connection of Pisces and Neptune, of what it means, of fish. And it's a time to use it. Yes, I'm not saying be weak, because but having compassion and tolerance, that's fucking being strong. Okay?
Yeah.
So, people need to realize that there's a lot of factors to everything, because not just doing a car or that, it's like that masculine, picking up the shit from the dog outside is masculine too.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to do it. So we got to look into that and look at everything, because we're leaving some things aside. The feminine is dying too. People are nurturing babysitters. That's why people aren't cooking. They're eating now. That's what they're going to get fucked, because that's what's going to happen. That's the first people are going to get fucked, the ones who don't know how to cook. And then the ones that don't really do any service, right? Service is like hands-on. Time is money. So that's a feminine. That's a feminine that's not being worked on.
Well, that's been the goal all along, was to tear the feminine down.
And then the masculine too, like you said.
My biggest concern, what you mentioned, I'm not saying that it's not relevant. Please don't take it that way. My biggest concern on top of what you're talking about is the attack on the feminine and being able to reproduce, to being able to be that vessel between the two worlds.
We come from a woman. I'm a man, and I'm speaking like, I guess that's why I understand women. I really do. And it's retarded, because my mom, since I was a little kid, she didn't get it, but now she does, She's like, woman, why are you getting into it, And she'll probably get mad for saying that, but she knows that I speak to her very clearly now. Her and I are friends. And but it's true, it's like an understanding. That's why everyone has a BFF, like a gay best friend, It's for a reason. And then every man in time of need confide in their best friend, because I have many names. So it's like, why? If everyone's here for a purpose, what the fuck is our fucking purpose? I can give you on that, because nobody spoke about that. But there is for everything. And maybe that's why I feel that the people that are masculine and straight or feminine and straight don't understand that middle that connects.
It's true.
And then I see it, and all you can do with it is like say, I understand the part of killing them. Believe me, the mask 100%. You know, I'm the kind of guy who does a lot of the stuff now that I wouldn't do before. You know, that I understand, but we're missing out a big part. Like I understand, like okay, the nurturing is feminine, but to what age, right? You can be a 10-year-old taking your kid out to make him be a masculine person too. It takes time and effort. There's a lot of things that come with that. It's not just going by yourself and doing. Maybe my niece and nephew made me see that part, that if I was single or didn't have that in my life, because I did raise them. He's 10 and she's 5. Like I didn't raise them, but I mean I've been there literally across the street their whole life. And I don't know, I see that part of the children. You know, I don't know if David was raised with his nephew or not, because you have to see that part to understand it. You must live it. When people talk about gay people but they're not gay, like how do you know? I'm sorry, I just wanted to share that. So I get very passionate.
I think it's great. Bring the passion.
So yeah, you know, I hope David, I know David
Bring
didn't hear
the
much.
action.
I wrote to him, I texted him, but I know guess he's probably with this crazy guy. But you're awesome if you do, you know, get a view of this. Because it was you 7 months ago during a great downfall that you made me understand, because you know Sagittarius does like to tell you the truth whether you like to or not. So I took that and what you were saying of how to say no and tell the truth, but how do we say it? Oh boy, it makes a big difference. You can say it, but you know what it's gonna take you.
Yeah.
You know, if it goes around. I mean, I know. Nobody has to tell me that. Yeah. So by working it out, it makes it awesome. Yeah. It makes it awesome because like you connect, you can be so psychic. I can connect, like I want coffee, and like yesterday, my sister 30 minutes later, you want an espresso in her hand. See, that's the part that we do not believe, and it's hard because we believe we have to work for it. But this is work right now. Putting time to talk to you, it really is work, because you're putting your mind together and sharing it with you. So it's like we have to look at the stuff that, yes, we're gonna get. It's hard to get that resource of payment, but I've been doing it, you know, little by little, and finding ways hands-on. Like taking jobs that instead of the babysitter, I'm the uncle, I'm here, you don't have to really pay me as much, but you can give me this, right? You ask for my mom, the cleaning lady, $400 a week, done, I'll do it. Yeah. And that was tough, you know, because I don't know if cleaning the toilets is feminine or masculine, but I believe it's a masculine, dirty job. So, right. You know, started to do it, right, David? I'm lovely, I'm kidding, I'm not gonna mess with a Leo. But going back to what I was saying is like, you know, it's what made me realize this division, and I get annoyed by even the people that know the truth because they're still divided. And I'm not trying to say that I'm here trying to say, do my way. No, do whatever fucking way you want. Just don't see the division and you'll be fine.
Yeah. And hold love in your heart.
It is that compassion that you have. Like you feel me. I know they feel me.
I think the hardest for me has been taking hit after hit after hit and still holding love for who's hurting me.
You're a Pisces. That's a gift. Just use it wisely, you know?
Is it a gift?
Well, yeah, I see it in my dad. I see it in my dad. I see it in my dad.
Tired and hurt.
So don't we need that in the world? You know, having compassion isn't sending money to Africa.
I know.
And we're allowed to feel however the fuck we want to feel. It's how you react. People need to realize.
I know.
If we don't feel it, look, if you don't feel it, then you're going to torture yourself thinking, should I or should I not? No, my Sagittarius is like, feel it is how you react. I'm a fire sign. I got to watch out too. You know, Sagittarius likes to argue. And I know it's not a good trait, but I can use it to. My mom made a joke the other day because she's a Libra, right? Libra is like all judge and, you know, debater, right? And she's like, Johann, I'm going to tell you, you're not a debater, you're a preacher, but you're good. And I'm like, in a way that people listen to you, you know, because you're like, you know, I mean, I understand, I get it. Because
man.
I get it, you know. Like I went to a Catholic church. I went to a Catholic church the other day for my uncle because respect. I guess that's part of, you know, this is going to be the hardest part for people to understand. Knowing that the devil is inside you is the only way to protect yourself, because God is there too, and God is way stronger. We need to know that that knowledge comes not from the divine to reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary, but the divine makes it amazing if you use it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do believe people that are born with malefic aspects. I'm gonna go there with like Scorpio. I can see everybody who's like in this
I have a malefic stellium.
But can I get there? But I believe that they're meant here, just like I was talking about gays, that everyone is meant to be here to fight off those people because you have that energy.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean,
you have to look at it like that. I'm against a church. I went to a church the other day and I'm like, people, listen to this, 400 people. I felt like going up there and saying, excuse me. All right, like bringing that, I don't know. It's like this like ceremony, and I grew up Catholic, I'm a Hispanic. And they always make fun of Hispanics in movies, for being, they're the family and all that. But, I heard from Dr. Files, which you should watch, is from Chile, that right now that we don't believe in race because there's white, there's black, there's Chinese, there's every kind of Hispanic. Mm-hmm. So in that way, that doesn't affect us. But we do have that little part that everyone makes fun of that kind of could bring that healing to the world of come to my house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I don't know. So I wanted to share that, because it's like you have to use the people that like yourself, that Southerner, you're not so like ice cold, and that's why it takes, I believe that, I've been to Europe, I've been to London 6 times. I went to school there for film, and I realized that, wow, people, I guess they can't dance because they're frigid, right? It's like that frequency, the more you live towards Earth. And I'm not here to bash because we all have goods and bads. Yeah, they have the money, they have the status, but they can't have everything.
Right.
So that frequency that we have, we got to teach them. Like they taught us throughout the years, it has to change. And I do believe that the Southern Equator, which is most of South America right now, and I don't live there, I'm a patriot. I'm just talking about what I feel and I see. And yourself also being a sun, it's a heat. There's something about the sun that's healing. It's plasma in our blood that gives us.
For sure.
It's heliotherapy. Mm-hmm. It's a science that was used before 1901 when Carnegie and Rockefeller made the Flexer Report. And that Flexer Report bought every institution. And as time goes on, the dominoes fell, but not forever. Mm-hmm. See, so so I can connect it. So I have this faith that right now shit's hitting the fan. Come on, you know that.
Oh,
that. Yeah, like it's like
been hitting the fan for the last 2.5, going on 3 years.
Yeah, but like this week lately, like the news is making no sense. It's like you hear stories
on repeat. It's the same story, same things happening. It's like we've been in a vicious cycle.
500 shootings yesterday, 800 shootings today, 600 shootings. Oh my God.
Am I losing my mind? Because this is the exact same thing that happened last year. This is the exact same, it's like it's on.
I got into it with my neighbor. Like it was good at first, right? But then he started to talk about Trump. And I'm not saying he's a divine, but I can see things. I connect to it. See, if a Trump is called for worldwide justice in the Bible. See, I connect it. I'm connecting it. Okay. Yeah. Then there's a reason for him. Maybe there's whatever he was like. People say, oh, but he stole money. Okay, fine. But there's a moral sin. There's a moral sin that if you.
He was a light worker brought in.
Of course, I feel it. I've been to his rallies.
Oh, me too, honey. I was in.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry.
I don't want to say where I was at because I don't want to get in trouble. But I mean, me too.
You're right. I get it, but see, that's the thing. Isn't it time now? Maybe people will, because my video I put out on Instagram, people loved it. I didn't think so. Not a year ago.
It's completely disowned for that trip.
Everything's
but I was told, God told me, Brooke, you need to show up and you need to ground Michael in because we are at war. And so I listened, and that's the main reason why I showed up. And when I was there, I met some of the nicest people.
Yes.
Of life you could possibly imagine, like some of the nicest people.
And you felt the energy, you felt the frequency. It was like
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't care.
There was
I love it.
millions. Ooh, I got chills all over me. There was millions.
Me too. Me too, right now. I mean, like, I'm not joking. This is so fucking crazy on my head, on my arms right now. Anyway, so because I know it's like we're doing, that means that we're talking truth. Remember, I just said it earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that right now is like, it's a hard truth. In the Bible, few are the ones who will be chosen. I mean, like, I can go on forever connecting it because we don't see, so we fall back and it's not, look, it's about learning it, knowing it. It's like they want to paint us as this no, we're not. It's like all truth that connects to everything. You know it, you spread the word, but there's a lot of shit going down. Look, inside myself, hey, ascendant, I'm Gabriel, motherfuckers. But I mean, I have an energy that goes to me, and part of it is to teach the part that we don't want to hear. And my sun is in Antares at 9 degrees. So there's something that connects, you know. I'm not Regulus 29, but there is, I feel that channeling, and right now that there's these, you know, knowing that there's entities that eat children made me believe in the devil, because I can't believe that humans would ever do that. Nobody would ever do that to a child.
Oh,
So then you start to believe, and then God is real. God is real. God is real, because if that exists, but if you don't see it, it's like, that's the part, and you pass that, because you have to see it to believe it, and you have to see all the evidence that's there and then move on, but it's there, and don't forget it, because that's the ending. Because you really think that $400 billion is worth more than yourself or than anybody else? Think about that, or the black market. You know, there's so much, the blood banks that took money in high school, where do you think all that blood went? And then whenever you need blood in the hospital, there's none. Or when there's a blood transfusion, so people don't start to put things together of everybody donating organs, but there's never a heart. You got to pay $5 million.
It's the blood is an issue right now.
It's sacred. It's sacred blood. It's in the Bible, in Spanish, Sagrada. And that sacred blood has a coding, because my blood can kill yours if it's not O positive, AB. That connection, why? It's blood. Well, there's an intelligence of God there, O positive, O negative, and so hello. That's, I mean, this is science of things that we don't, you know, really see. Our pituitary gland. The only way that we can maintain ourselves poor, like I was, but doing the good things, I put on the makeup and all that, you know.
Right. When I was pregnant, if I didn't get a shot, I couldn't keep. Like, I run the risk of terminating my children because they were a different blood type, just because of my blood type.
Wow, I think you told me that last time. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So think about that. I tell people how intelligent we are, like when we are in a coma and we're still alive, but our brain is off, right? So we have to realize that that part that we feel is like the part that's going to get us there, because we've been very mercurial, and I'm not just saying, okay, use me, because it's not all deception. I mean, that's the biggest part. If you use the logic part of your brain, which I believe is the left. See, and I'm left-handed. So being left-handed gives me a gift to use the other side of the brain that right-handed people don't use. The creativity of understanding and putting things together. Because, you know, you're always the outcast. You're there in schools in the beginning. Left-handed, no left chair, you know, and whatever. Oh my God, gay, Hispanic, and a left-handed. But yeah, so going to David, I didn't know that you were like, I mean, I knew you were close to him, but like seeing the videos, you know, that's cool. That's cool, because like he's been a mentor. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't understand that I was alone, because I thought I was an astrologer. I should have, like, finding the people that connect, and he connected to me. I wish I would have found him earlier. My friend said so, but I'm Sagittarius. I don't need him, you know, but you know, I found him. And on 220, when did you find him? I found him in January 2020, and I subscribed right away.
Oh, really?
I did. Think about that, because I didn't, 2022.
This year.
I didn't want to do it. I go to my friend Christine, which I told you I wasn't talking to, you know, there's been because, you know, whatever, relationships, but we always, you know, connected in that, and she's like, you got to see your Leo King Age of Deception, you got to see this. I'm like, I don't have time for that. Look, I know it. Come here, I'll read it. Like, you know, I was Mr. You know, Sagittarius knows it all. But then I gave it a chance one day. I don't know why. So when I gave it a chance, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, he's good.
So you pick up what you have, and I love that my base is similar to his in his own way. but he connects that hypergating like in the way that I do with the Bible, the apple, mercurial, and a lot of things that they don't connect, you know, in an esoteric part that I see it. I see the connection. I see it. I have evidence. I've done studies on connections with the nodes and the moon and the celestial bodies of the family tree.
He sees it like you do, and I see it like I take the astrology and I see it in live form with people around me. You know what I mean? Like I see it in real life.
Oh, wow.
So,
oh, wow, that must be amazing.
So it's almost like
I mean, I always get a bad rap, but I love you guys.
It's almost like becoming one with it. And the last thing that I really recommended to him was him finding people to work with him that had the planets direct for all the energy going direct in the progressions, right? And I love that you got on here and you immediately started.
No, but mine are not going progress. Wait.
The way I see it. That's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it in the people that are drawn to me, and I start looking at their charts and I'm like, I know why this person was drawn to me, because of this planet, because I see it here in this chart, and being able to connect it that way. So it's a very different way to read the energy. It's a very different way to see it, not only above us, but here in front of me too, you know?
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't see it that way.
No, they don't. You have to find what you're good at. And one thing he was talking about was like how Uranus is like modern age astrology, and then Mercury is astrology. I have them conjunct in the 9th house in Scorpio.
Oh, wow.
So it's like conjunct, like right there, right? So it's a house of belief, right? It's a house of change with your, so it's like modern astrology and old astrology connected. Maybe I just put that together right now, but maybe that's something that I feel is so I can connect things so easily with little study. I don't read for hours, you know, I probably read 1 page, 2, but I connected with everything from the past. Like, it's like, and it comes easy, you know, I've always had problems with jobs and in an aspect of things coming that easy, but when astrology, the math and everything, it just came in a way that I don't understand. I mean, it's so easy, everything, even the mythology, because I didn't believe into that, because my brother would always talk about that, and then David would talk about that, and that's when I'm like, okay, fine, I'll listen to it, you know what I mean? Because how do we connect it? And then I made every connection, you know, with the spirit, and that was about like 7 months ago. So like
this time last year is when I really started putting people that had predominant 12th house placements, you know, like a predominant Uranus conjunct something else, or predominant Mars 12th house, or predominant, I started noticing that those were the people that were coming in, and each sign was different, which plugged into a different part of my life, and being able to see those dominant energies, not only in my reality, but also in a 5D perspective of, okay, this is what we're coming together energetically doing because of these dominant 12th house placements.
Do you have planets in a 12th house?
I have a grand water trine with my north node in the 12th. It is conjunct the beehive.
Let me pull up your chart.
Did I send you that stuff?
Never. You never sent it to me, just like you never sent me okay.
Hold on. I just sent it to you.
Oh, I heard it. Okay. I make it. All right.
Yeah, I'm really going to have to practice pronouncing your name.
Johann. Johann. Hey, Trump's grandfather was Johann.
Trump's gonna follow you?
No, Trump's grandfather. His grandfather was Johann.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't.
Johann. A lot of people have like, well,
You
when I was
Trump has a time machine and can time travel.
of course, that's CERN.
You think so?
Of course. I mean, like, I'm using my Pisces rising in a good way to get that part to connect with my moon and my sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See,
You feel it? Do you not feel the time? Slower, fast. I mean, my neighbor, I told you this, she has nothing to do with this, okay? She's very Bible. So we were talking, and then I'm like, do you feel like they're like kind of, oh no, I go to her, they're messing with the time.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, and she goes like that. I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, you're right. Because the other day I went to the oven and I look at my phone and then I look up and it's like a different time.
So when I was driving here, it's like my phone couldn't decide which time zone I was in. So it kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'd be in one time zone, then I'd be in another, then I'd be in
the Carrington event. Nobody talks about that.
Crazy.
That's Neptune, Pisces, and planets align. And it's basically a solar, the corona. It's funny because the coronavirus. So it's coming out of the sun's corona. And since 2012, it's been unstoppable. It's been like almost every year. I mean, it's always happened. People are like, oh, it's always happened. Yeah, it's always happened. I get it. But how often? And now it's going crazy. We're overdue 10 years for a storm. And it has to happen. You can't build on top of the old. You can't like keep that garbage there and clean the house and whatever. You got to take it out. And it has to happen, and maybe this little, isolation kind of helped in a way to connect with people without having to, and understanding how to connect, because I think it's going to be more of a blackout, but there will be a connection.
I believe there's going to be a connection too. I think we're just going to switch.
But there's going to be 3 days, because that's the only way. And I was talking to my neighbor about this. The Bible says that we're able to see each other 3 days of darkness. She was talking to me about that. And then I go, well, that connects with what I believe. And with this report, it tells me too. It's basically something that right now it hits, it's going to happen in order to change. Yeah, as you said. And right now, people that don't know what's going on, I believe that we really are going to freak out. And shit's coming out, like with Hunter Biden. And like when people find out about the grand child sex trafficking. Look, you know who Linwood is? Whether you like him or not, this is my question. Why hasn't he been indicted for all the accusations that he's done to the Queen, to the president? I have a speech right here, which is hard to put up, but he said that the president was a child sex trafficker,
I haven't listened to anything that he said in probably 6 months, maybe longer.
I haven't listened in a long time.
I'm like, this dude knows way too much and he's releasing way too much. And he keeps saying, I dare you, come after me for slander. I've got proof, and they won't do it.
It's because one moment, I'm coming.
Yes.
So, but no, the thing is, this is why I believe, because since you can feel the person, okay? Like you can believe him or not, but I can feel the patriot. I don't like Mike Flynn, my opinion, okay? I've never liked him. And he's born December 24th, which is a very malefic, day. Anyway, so we go back. All these guys are born December 24th and 25th, by the way. The president of Canada, people don't look into that. So you look into the dates of birth. So then, you start to understand things, right? Like, Hillary and Joe Biden are Scorpios, and, Bill Gates is Scorpio. Come on. I'm not saying they're bad. So people don't go, oh, it's good. I'm not talking shit. I'm talking truth. But you can use that energy of Scorpio to fight against malefic energy.
It can be malefic. It can.
But you fight off against it. But you learn that. Maybe your karma is to learn that. Like my karma is to work like a motherfucker with North Node Virgo. I can't just ask for a loan like North Node Pisces. I wish I could. But I understand that. And when you understand that, you get it. It doesn't bother you. So those people need to get it too. Okay? So, all right.
I have to embrace being a feminine North Node Cancer. I'm a 12th house queen.
I'm trying to get your chart. Hold on. Okay, your birth location. It comes out easier. I can't read it from the email. What's your birth location?
Kermit.
Vermont. Okay.
Kermit.
What state?
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay. Texas. Oh, you're wow.
Okay.
See, Sagittarius ADD. I didn't know that you were from Texas. That's awesome. I don't know why I thought you were in Kentucky or something. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that. I'm being honest with this, okay? Okay, so what part? I'm sorry.
Kermit, K-E, like Kermit the Frog.
Okay. Okay. And the date?
2/22/82.
I'm sorry about this. Like, it's just like my foreign 82.
Yeah.
You're a few years younger than me. So you're class of 2001. Right? Class of 2001. Class of 2001.
2000.
Okay, so June 22nd, 1982.
No, 2.
Oh, June 2.
No, 2/22/82.
February. Gotcha. And the time?
15:44.
Thank you. All right, let me see if I find something interesting. You know, by my face, you could tell AM or P. Oh, no, PM. You're 0 degrees. You're 0 degrees Cancer.
No.
How come my chart is wrong? Hold on. I'm using Astrology. February 2nd, 1982, right?
Uh-huh.
Kermit, Texas at 3:44 p.m.
Uh-huh.
That is so weird. Hold on a second. February 2nd, 1982, 3:44
February
p.m.
22nd.
June 2nd.
February 20.
No, February 23rd. Okay.
22nd.
Wow, I don't know. Wow, maybe it's what you're talking about, the disturbance. Like I can't hear you clearly. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's okay. Use that Pisces energy. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. I don't get offended. I don't get offended. It's a good thing about Sagittarius. I can give you shit, but I can take shit too. All right. Oh my God, you're my brother's exact degree ascendant. And my brother's a year younger.
Oh, wow.
That can be.
Yeah, I'm 26
Oh
degrees.
my God. Wait, no, I have to check it out. He probably is 25 or I don't know, but he's there. Wow. You have 26. I see it.
Uh-huh.
I think he has 25. No, he's 24. Okay, not exact, but so I know you a little bit because I'm close to him.
Yeah,
he knows astrology too, you know. We fight all the time about astrology, but
Mars, Uranus, and the North Node exactly conjunct my Chiron right now in the 10th house.
Well, you have Mars. It's in its own house.
Well, this is transiting though. They're all conjunct my Chiron, transiting the 10th house. 18 degrees is my Chiron.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, like, you just got, well, but you have Uranus, North Node, and Mars, you know, that's like, I gave out a speech today in my video saying how you can use that energy. Because if Chiron is there, it's because there's going to be some kind of like, maybe when you expose, you're going to be exposed, but in a good way. Like, I have to go into this deeper, but that's crazy. That's crazy that you the midheaven, because it's usually that you are going, maybe it's your job talking like we are talking and we're exposing emotions. Chiron isn't always bad. It's how you channel that energy. And I'm channeling myself that I don't channel with everybody. I'm talking my truth.
Is on her way to my natal North Node now. She's actually conjunct my part fortune in the 12th house. So the 12th house is my, like, that's where I'm supposed to be. And what's crazy is that.
Wow, your Mars is at 29 degrees in the solar chart, in the solar arc. Oh, definitely something's coming. 100%. In the 5th house, not bad. In Sagittarius, not bad. I use a solar arc a lot
I don't know how to do solar art.
Because the solar arc is something that it goes with the divine clock. And I use it on myself because if you're a real astrologer, you have to practice with yourself. Yeah, we all go through everybody's chart because like you went through your child, I went through my nieces and nephews or my mom, you know, whatever, because we do that. Oh my God, Pluto's opposing, what was gonna happen is gonna die. But then you see it like, you know, you learn from it. And then so
It's true though. Can I get your birth time and location?
yeah.
Why do you want that? I mean, hey, I have gone on dates and asked that from guys. Can I get your birth time?
I kind of become that person. I bet you he's an Aries. I was like at a friend's party yesterday, right?
Oh.
And it's funny because I feel it. I'm not gonna, astrology is my life right now. In a beautiful way though, because it connects with the world, you know? Like I'm sharing with you information with everything, and you're somebody that's listening to me right now. And this is therapy for me. Because right now that I've been kind of isolated to the side, but now it's time for me to expand because I had all this work going on, and in 2019 came and everything changed. Because I was ready to open my company. I was ready. Hold on, let me put this to charge.
So Pisces new moon, I had Mars and Venus conjunct my south node. On
Wow.
32.
Well, look, can I? Yes.
So
I
there's
have to probably say goodbye soon because I have to go.
okay.
But not right away. Hold on. I always give a 2-minute warning. You know, I don't just give it away like that. I gotta go. Bye. That's so tacky. That's so tacky. I don't do that. I'm gonna read your chart and stuff, but I'm gonna actually do a couple things that I needed to do with like the website that I promised my sister I was gonna see, so I can kind of sell her out because I did promise her at 10 o'clock and it's 11. I just saw that. But I can talk. You can. I hate to use the words "use me," right? But go ahead. Like you connect with me. Do it. Share myself. Maybe somebody finds me and says, Johann. Who knows? I mean, I'm still gonna do my astrology website and all that, you know, but hey, if I feel amazing talking to you, it's worth it. So I'll look at, you know, something in your chart as a thank you.
Hey,
and
here comes the cat.
Call me tomorrow.
All right, Jared.
David.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun. I enjoyed it.
And I would love you to show. I would like, look, I'm not asking you because I'm not that kind of person, right?
I'm just gonna.
But at least tell him I give him a shout out. At least tell him I give him a shout out. Listen to this guy giving you a shout out.
Yeah.
I'll send him a shout out. That's it. I don't care if he's. I don't care for the job. I just want him to know I'm giving him a shout out. Because I know how Leos can be like, oh, I'm all that. I know about Leos. They run in my family, but I love them because they got a big heart.
I know. They're all around me too. He needs good people behind it.
Leo, but a Pisces and Sagittarius with Neptune and Jupiter, we're amazing right now. We know propaganda at its best. So if you want to use this, edit it, let's do a show. Why not? If you feel good, I feel good.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of a rabbit hole to go down.
What?
I'm going to give you a little bit of rabbit hole to go down.
Okay.
Check out my chart and George Washington's. When you get time, when you feel like going down a rabbit hole.
Okay, check. Wait. What'd you say? What'd you say again? Check George Washington. What?
Look at George Washington's chart and then look at mine.
Oh my God, I believe in that. Like
Just
I know.
check it out. Let me know what you think.
Okay, you can look. Well, I'll send you mine too because you can know me. Yeah. I mean, you do know somebody through the chart, so I have yours. I'll send you mine.
Yeah, sounds good. This is so much fun. Thank you.
I love you. I really do. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. We'll do this again soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.